pleased are you to be approaching Christmas with 9 unbeaten, 5 clean sheets in a row, sort of 2 defeats I think in 17. It's a terrific run the team's on at the moment. How pleased are you to be in this position?
Well, obviously we're in a position that is better than being in the other end of the table. It's not something we dwell on and say wow and think about every day and every week how fantastic that is, because I think it's important to say okay, we're here now, where we are competitive against every team in the league on the day. But we want to be there where we convert these controlled performances into more wins, and that is what we're trying to do.
Almost a case then, like you've done really well up to this point, with the kind of harder work starts here type of thing then for the players to get over the line.
I think the work started when they were small and started playing with that ball, when they fell in love with that when they were kids, and then it became work at some point. They worked hard also before I arrived here, so we didn't start from nothing when I arrived, and we're definitely not starting from scratch now. But I understand what you mean. The thing is to make sure that we keep doing the things we have done well for a long time, well and consistently well, even though we might shift focus on some other areas of the game because we feel that's where we need to take the next step to or sharpen up some things to be even more competitive. So we can't not focus and not be as disciplined in the other things that we have. Now we have been good at not giving too many big chances away. We've been successful, which is also sometimes a little bit up to luck that the opposition hasn't taken their chances when they were there, but we've been successful in keeping clean sheets. Now how do we make sure that these clean sheets not just give us 1 point but 3 points more often than the other?
Is that an area you would perhaps then look to strengthen when the window opens in January, your attacking options?
I think any club in any window try to improve the squad, and that is also what we will try to do. Now we will have a lot less things to do in this window than we had in the summer, where it was half the squad we kind of rebuilt, and also in the staff a lot of rebuild there, which means it'll be some fine tuning. How much is difficult to say at the moment, but it's going to be a lot less than we had to do in the summer. And the main thing is that we would like to see if we can get a little bit stronger come end of January than we are now, and that could also be getting some of our long-term injured players back to full fitness, which is getting close.
Presumably you have had conversations with the chairman and the board with regards to what funds might be available to you as a process that will be ongoing, I assume.
Yeah, of course. It's not just something we sit down close to Christmas. Okay, how does it look in 2 weeks? Do we actually have something to spend, or do we have an idea of what? It's something you plan 6-12 months ahead. They are working with the budget. Then the ones of us who are involved with the player recruitment and the squad building, we are looking at that, and we have a very good dialogue.
I wonder how you deal with the success you've had so far this season. Teams begin to put a target on your back and begin to hunt down Motherwell. How do you deal with that kind of mentality shift?
I think we felt that quite early, actually. Was it the second game in the league where we went to actually a very nice pitch at St Mirren, but they decided not to water the pitch because that was probably in their favour, or they at least felt that was in their favour. So we've experienced that from more or less day one, that clubs are doing whatever they can, moving the balls behind the goals further out towards the corner flag, so we can't start fast from goal kicks, stuff like that. And that's just something for us to see if we can up our level, so it doesn't really matter what they do and what they try to do. To compete with us.
Do you kind of take pride in the fact that you're making teams have to resort to these type of tactics to try and get one over on Motherwell?
No, I think it's we also try to see what little details are important against any opposition. Okay, where we can find a little idea or a little trick where we can get an advantage against the opposition, and I think it's only fair and it's expected that everyone will try and do that against us. Not many teams have the approach that we have, which means that often when we play teams, they change up some of their normal approach a little bit, either formation-wise or in terms of their basic ideas on how they want to attack the game, and I welcome that. I think it's good. It keeps us and everyone on their toes. That there's been some thoughts put into how to be competitive against each other. So I think that's a good thing for the league in general.
The club released a YouTube video recently where it shows in the tunnel before a game an opposition member of staff describing Motherwell as arrogant. What do you make of that claim, and what do you think that says about how people feel about Motherwell and the success you've had?
I don't put that much into that, to be honest. I think every time you try to do something that's a little bit different, and and if you do it with a little bit of success, there will be some views about who you are and what you do. And there will be a lot of opinions about that. There's been a lot of opinions formed about what we do, but there's also, in general, a lot of opinions about all sorts of things in football. There's a lot of things going on in the Scottish League right now where there's a lot of different and hard opinions, and I think that's nothing we really spend too much energy about. It's not important to us. It's important how we grow as a football club, and especially what our fans, are they proud and excited about what we do, and can they identify with the way we play and the way we also behave as people when we engage with the fans of the community.
Last one from me. With Dundee coming up this weekend, I think you play 2 of the top 3 in the next 2 games. How much more important do 3 points become this weekend?
How much more important than any other game? Well, I think no matter which team we play, when we play them in the season, I think it's still 3.0 points we play for. So that will be probably equally as important as any point, any 3 points we play for. But it is the next game, and the next game is always the most important one. And after a 0-0 draw away to Dundee United last week, where we felt there was more in us than we got out, we are very, very hungry to get back on the winning track.
How do you go into this game? Expectations from fans will be high. Is that something the players they seem to deal with it really well against Livingston the other week, for instance, when maybe expectations would be high then as well? Is that something that you found the players dealing with well? Do you kind of help them to do that as well, the mentality and preparing for a game like this?
Yeah, look, I think it's only a positive thing that we have built some expectations to our level of performance and to the results we deliver, because we have done that on the basis of us actually doing well, and the players performing at a good level. So I really appreciate that if people start to expect more from us. I think that's a good thing. I think it creates an atmosphere that is more exciting to be part of than if they come here and just wait to be disappointed or to go home with another toothless performance and a draw or a loss. And it is also something that builds people, if you want, and ambitious athletes and staff. We all want to see how far we can take it and go reach the top level, and if you want to do that and be there, then expectations are higher than they are at the smaller clubs, and you will have to thrive and appreciate that. So I think it's a really good and positive thing for us as a football club.
You're often playing against teams that are showing you a lot of respect, maybe sitting deeper than they maybe would in other games as well. Is that kind of something you have to focus on in preparing for games now, that you're trying to break teams down maybe more often than Motherwell teams in the past would as well?
Well, I can't really compare too much of how we were in the past, but I can obviously see that they are really, as we spoke about before, doing everything they can, trying to find out a good, well thought plan about how to deal with our play. We are working hard to make sure that no matter what plan they come up with, A, B, C, D, E, F, and so on, we have a better one. And sometimes we have, sometimes we haven't quite been able to be as dominant as we would and create as many open chances. That is something we are constantly working on improving, by improving the individual skill sets and the relational work and level that they have, how they link up with each other. Some strategies to come up with that. I don't think it's just teams sitting down, it's also teams going up high in a man-man pressure, trying to force more duels and trying to make it harder that way around for us to combine through and use our overloads, which also gives some really good opportunities at times to create some opportunities like the one we created in the start of the second half of the Falkirk game, where we sent JT in behind from a straight ball from a keeper because he's one against one on 70 yards. So then, as I said, we will see if we can find a counter move, or at best be one step ahead, and that's what we are trying to do.
How's the squad looking? Stephen Welsh okay after this?
Yes, he is, and he looks a little bit better than he did the other day. It has settled down a little bit. He looks fine. He's actually been training, through most of the week, and we've not been doing clearances with him the first couple of days, but he'll be fine for the weekend. Aston is looking better and better, and is close to coming back to full training. John McGee is on track also, probably within a couple of weeks. He is part of the training, and the long-termers are following their plans and progressing well. So it's looking good.